Okay, good morning, everyone. So, am I audible, Ra?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Okay, so alright, good morning once again. So, I hope all of you are doing great. So, let's start our class with our morning prayer. Okay, so in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, amen. So, dear God, thank you for this new day and the chance to learn. Help us to open our minds and hearts to the knowledge we will gain today. Grant us patience and understanding and guide our thoughts and action as we work together to learn. May we honor you in all we do, amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, amen. So, in order for our class to be smooth and productive, I established classroom rules. So, first is you need to be on time and ready. Of course, it is very important that we need to be punctual in order for us to start on time and also to show respect to everyone's time. Second is mute yourself when not speaking in order to not disturb or disrespect when someone is talking. And the third one, or lastly, is participate actively. When you have a question or you want to answer, you can raise your hands virtually so I can acknowledge you. So, understand po ba ang tanan class?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's start our lesson with an activity entitled Pick Me. So it may be a simple game, but it will let you think. Okay, now I will show you a riddle that corresponds with one pictures of an item. All you need to do is to pick a picture that you think that the riddle describes. Okay? For the first picture, I'm sour and bright in the morning light. What am I? So what do you think it is? Okay, may I have Nikki Lou Vildasola?
I think now that is a lemon.
Alright, let's see if Nikki is correct. Alright, very good. Thank you for that, Miss Vildasola. Okay, next one. I'm a white powder, often found in baking, but I'm not flour. I react with acid to create bubbles, helping baked goods rise. What am I? Okay, may I have Zainal Jane Lima Lima?
I think it's a baking soda, Miss.
Okay, let's see if Miss Lima Lima is correct. Alright, it is very right, baking soda. So next, so I get smaller every time I take a bath. What am I? So also dikha nino na like we're same but it's very simple riddle no that I know that you all can answer. So may I have Miss Trinidad?
Soap, Miss.
Oh yes, let's see if yes, you're right. It is a soap. Okay, next one. So I'm white and fine. I'm often found in the ocean, but I'm also used in the kitchen to enhance your food's flavor. What am I? May I have Nino Gonzalez? Can you please answer?
Ocean, ma'am.
What ocean? Are you sure about that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see if he is correct or not. Okay, next. Oh no, it's sauce. You are incorrect. So next one, please. I taste a little bit sour, not sweet like a treat. I can be found in your food, making it good. So, what do you think is the answer? Okay, may I have Miss Buna to answer?
A vinegar, miss.
Yes. Um, yes, indeed, it is a vinegar. So now that you have answered all the riddles, that does that give you an idea what our topic is all about? Does it give you an idea? Yes or no? You can say you can send your reaction through virtually. Okay, some of you answers no and some of are yes. So to make things clear, let's dive into another activity that will surely give you an idea. So next slide, please. So this activity is called think like a scientist. Wow, no, think like a scientist. So as a science majors, we need to think the impossibles and we need to think like a scientist. Now, class, I have prepared a short video that an experiment that relates to our topic. Can you play the video, please?
X minus 5x is 3x. So now all we need to do is
I think that's not.
Once we fill the job, the contracts need to be signed by
I think it's
third parties.
the other one.
Adobe Acrobat, I can send it.
let me show you that.
Itong usap, please. Yes, ka na. Okay.
So today what we'll be doing is doing something called the litmus
Ask
test.
question after
Now to
one.
do the litmus test you need litmus paper. And because it's a lockdown, I don't actually have any litmus paper at home. And I went to the chemist and they didn't have any either. So instead I've made litmus paper strips. Now you get red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, and I'll show you why you need both in a second. And we're going to stick to the three chemicals that we have been working with all along. Over here, we have bicarbonate of soda, which has been diluted in water. We have lemon juice, which has also been slightly diluted in water. And speaking of water, here is water. So when we're testing these liquids, we need to use both the red and the blue litmus paper, as you can see over here. And the reason for that is the following. When you put blue litmus paper into a base, and you pull it out, the blue litmus paper remains blue. So I was thinking of it as the three Bs: blue, base, blue. Does it make any sense? The blue remained blue, therefore it is a base. I hope that makes sense. When you put the red litmus paper in and you pull it out, the red litmus paper turns blue as well. Remember, blue base. And therefore we can tell that bicarbonate of soda is in fact a base. Moving on to lemon juice. If I take the red litmus paper and put it into the lemon juice, which we know is an acid, we can see that the red litmus paper remains red, therefore it is an acid. However, if we put the blue litmus paper in, and remember the blue remained blue in a base, this time the blue litmus paper goes red, which indicates that the lemon juice here is indeed an acid. But the fun part comes when you get to water. When you take red litmus paper and put it in water, it remains red. And when you put blue litmus paper in water, it remains blue. So what does that mean? I would like you to think about that, and you can let me know either in the comments below or in your science book. Happy experimenting.
All right, now that we finished watch the video, so what did you notice about how red and litmus papers reacted to different substances in the video? So can I have a yes, Miss Lima Lima?
I noticed that red litmus paper stayed red in acidic substances and turned blue in basic ones.
Yes, indeed. Blue litmus paper turned red when dipped in acid but stayed blue in basic or neutral. So in neutral substances like distilled water that is presented in the video, it made the paper change color. So next, why do you think litmus paper changed color in some substances but not in others? May I have, yes, Miss Trinidad?
Because litmus paper only changes color when a substance is either acidic or basic. If a substance is neutral, like pure water, it doesn't affect the color. The color change happens due to chemical reaction between the indicator dyed in the paper and the hydrogen or hydroxide ions in the substance.
Yes, you're right. So thank you for that, Miss Trinidad. So, in your own words, explain why litmus paper is a helpful tool for testing unknown solutions. Okay, may I have, yes, Miss Vildasola.
I think because litmus paper helps quickly show whether a substance is an acid or a base by changing its color.
Yes, a very good answer. It is a simple and fast way to get an idea of the solution properties without needing complicated equipments. So now that you answer my questions, I know that you have now the idea that our lesson is all about. So now, welcome to the world of acids, bases, and salts. So, so objectives. Next slide, please. So by the end of the lesson, students can define bases, salts on their properties. So also can identify the common examples of acid, bases, salts using different indicators. And also can explain how neutralization occurs between an acid and a base. So next slide, please. Yes, acid. So what is an acid? Do you have any idea what is an acid? Okay, I believe. Oh yes, Miss Lima Lima. What do you think is an acid?
For me, acids are defined as substance whose water solution tastes sour, turns blue, litmus red, and neutralizes bases.
All right. So acids, they are next slide, please. So acids are defined as a substance whose solution tastes sour and turns blue. Litmus blue, litmus red, and neutralizes bases. It is composed of negative ions or called anions. So as you can see in the video, no, the man dips a red litmus paper to a substance and it turns blue. That means that the substance present is an acid. So not all acids are edible. So some are poisonous and used in laboratories, but mostly acids are sour in taste. So mostly ang acid jud is na-define siya as sour. Pero dili siya pwede nga kanang tilawan na lang pud nimo tanan no, because there are acids gyud nga like kanang kuan o kanang like 4CR, kanang hydrochloric acid inana ay kung inay mo ng tilawan di ba dili, so dapat some acids are considered sour. All right, so next slide. So there are two types of acids. So ang types acid is the natural and the mineral. So also din ang natural acid. So natural acids are obtained from natural resources such as fruits and animal products. And also mineral acids are acids prepared from minerals. So here are some examples of acids. Okay, here is vinegar is acetic acid, has an acetic acid. Apple is have malic acid. As common atong mga kuno is milk, who have lactic acid, and ant formic acid, grape is tartaric acid, and so on and so forth. So next, we have bases. So unsa ka ng bases, no? It is a substance if its aqueous solution tastes bitter, turns red, litmus blue, or neutralized acids. It is composed of positive ions. So unlike sa acid, no, base tastes bitter and turns blue litmus paper into red, which prove a substance is a base. So unlike jud sa acid ganina nga ang red litmus kay ni turn siya og blue, while base kay blue ang litmus niya but ni change ang color into red. So there kanang ma-differentiate gid mo ang acid o ang base. Alright, so unsa din ang kang litmus paper, no? Ang litmus paper is kanang more siya og kanang more siya og pH scale gani nga makatest og kanang unsay kanang pH scale sa usa ka substance. Muna siya damanay mo na i-use niya. So right. So next one is Examples. So here are some examples of bases. So bases have wide ranges of uses. So from neutralizing acids in antacids and cleaning agents to being crucial components in various industries. So they are used in manufacturing soaps, detergents, and paper and play a role in baking and cleaning application. Additionally, bases like sodium hydroxide, as you can see, that it is kanang gikan sa soaps, eh, because the soaps and potassium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide are used in various industrial processes and waste treatment. Okay, next is the salts. So, usa kani ang salts aside sa acids o ang kanang acids and bases, ang salt is a not neutral substance whose aqueous solution does not affect litmus. As you can see, no, ang distilled water ba to nga ang sa video nga dip ang red litmus o ang blue litmus but it doesn't change color. So, mo na siya, salts is a neutral substance whose aqueous solution does not affect litmus. It is an ionic compound that results from the neutralization reaction of acids and bases. So neutral solution means that it does not affect the litmus like doesn't color remain. So muna siya, in short, it is a compound from the reaction of acids and bases. Salts have a wide range of uses. Can you, next slide please?
Mary Ann.
15 bitaw.
Go.
Na? So salt have wide ranges of uses, so from flavor and preservation in food to various industrial processes and even in household cleaning. So they're also used in agriculture, medicine, and more. So here are some examples of bases. Oh, di mga bases, salts, mangkuday.
Ambot ni mo ang din hydrate.
Balik dote.
Bases pamanta.
Salts,
Padayon lang,
mangko.
oy, cut lang na.
Salts sa mangko. Ayun, next, ang dote. I-delete na, oy.
Hala, gago, gi-continue raman ako. Kana man, Zainil.
Okay.
Ra.
Sige. So salts have a wide range of uses from flavor and preservation in food to various industrial processes and even in household cleaning. So they are also used in agriculture, medicine, and more. So next, muna ang differences sa acid and base. So as you can see, blue litmus turns red and red litmus turn blue in base. Next slide. So what is neutralization? So it's a kind of neutralization, so let's find out. Next slide. So neutralization is when an acid and a base react to form water and salt. So a neutralization reaction happens when an acid and the base is kanang mag-collide gali siya, mo nang mo form of water and salt. As I said earlier nga, ang salt is a neutral aqueous solution. Muna siya nga, base of acid, muna mo form siya og water or salt. So example kay hydrochloric acid or hydrochloric is a example of an acid. Plus the sodium hydroxide, which is the base, will result to sodium chloride, which is the salt, and the H2O, which is the water. And so we also have hydroxide bromide, which is an acid, and a potassium hydroxide, a base. A base, yes, a base. And the potassium bromide is a salt, and the water, that is the result of the two. Okay, next slide, please. So when a solution is neutralized, it means that the salts are formed from equal weights of acid and base. So ma-neutralize ang usa ka solution kung kung equal dali ang weight of acid and base, kay wala siya excess nga amount ba, like ma-neutralize na siya, mo na siya nga 7.00 pH na siya. So number one is strong acid, strong base neutralization. So strong base neutralization, when it is fully neutralized, the pH is neutral, which means that the pH is equal to 7.00 at 25 degree Celsius. Next slide, please. So as you can see in the picture now, so kung ang kuan ko no, strong acid o ang strong base kay mag-neutralize, ang kuan ko na pH is neutral kay wala may excess nila kay strong acid and strong base man siya mo na ang neutral diri mo na pH is equal to 7, which means pure water na siya. Pure water kay kuan man siya neutralization. Ang neutralization reaction is kuan man when an acid and base react to kuan water or salt. So ano siya, pH is equal to 7. Okay? Balik sa slide. Okay, weak acid and weak base neutralization is when both acid and base interaction have been completely consumed and neither of them are in excess. So walay sobra nila kay puro mas ka ng gagmay, so wala say sobra nila. So when a strong acid neutralizes a weak acid, the resulting solution will be less than 7. Kung ang strong acid kuno mo neutralize sa weak base, so ang resulting solution pH niya is less than 7. Ipakita ko to in picture. Yes, kana. So when a strong acid kuno mo neutralize sa weak base, ang iyang pH is less than 7. So as you can see, less than 7 is we have the watery acid, hydrochloric acid. Kay kuan man siya, strong man yung acid, so mo dominate yun siya sa base, right? Mo dominate siya sa base, that's why nga murag less than pH, less than 7 pH ang iyang pH. So next is when a strong base neutralizes a weak acid and resulting solution pH will be greater than 7. Yes, kung ang strong na pud ang strong base na sad ang neutralize sa weak acid, it will result to the pH will be greater than 7. So kung mo neutralize gali ang strong base, mo dominant siya ang strong base to the weak acid, mo na siya nga mo greater than 7 siya, pwede siya mo seawater, baking soda baron, or ammonia solution, or something like that. So now, my question is, why is neutralization important in everyday life? Ano kang ang neutralization is very important in our everyday life. So yes, Miss Lima Lima.
I think this is that neutralization helps balance acidic or basic conditions, like for example, antacid neutralize excess stomach acid, and farmers use lime, which is a base, to reduce soil acidity, improving plant growth.
Yes, so neutralization did not help siya sa acidic or basic conditions. So, for example, they know nga, said ni Miss Lima Lima that antacid neutralizes excess stomach acid and farmer use lime to reduce soil acidity, improving plant growth. So what might happen if a strong acid and a strong base are mixed without control? So unsa kay may tabuno kung ang strong acid ug ang strong base mag-mix siya without any control nga magka-excess lang sila. Okay, yes, Miss Vildasola. I think you might have an idea.
I think while mixing a strong acid and base without control can cause a violent reaction, releasing a lot of heat and possibly causing burns or explosions. So it's really important to neutralize acids and bases carefully.
Yes, so ang mixing mga strong acid and base without control can cause a violent reaction. Indeed, it is very violent reaction ka siya. So number 3 is, how does knowing pH of a substance help in making decision in a real life situation? So usaon na to pagkakuan sa pH of substance iyang ika-help na to in making decision in real life situation. Okay, may I have volunteer, please? May I have Nino Gonzalez? Do you have any idea?
No, mom.
Okay, may I have another? Miss Buna?
Knowing the pH helps determine whether a substance is safe or effective for specific use. Each.
Yes. So knowing a pH helps determine whether a substance is safe or effective for a specific use. So sakto jud nga dapat mo kay taon sa pH ana niya like usa ka taas yung pH less than man siya or greater than kay mo na may substance nga kanang poisonous sa atong lawas na say substance nga safe sa atong lawas. So it is very important to know to know the to know the importance of pH. All right. So example na swimming pools must maintain a proper pH to avoid harming the skin and eyes. So example na kung taas kayo ang chlorine o butang chlorine ka daghan kayo. Yeah. So maka-harm medyo na siya sa skin and eyes. So food products must have right pH to avoid spoilage. Like kung gamay ra pud kay ang pH ana di kuha na siya mapanos, right? So, kung taas po kayong pH niya, kay murag bad for the health na po, right? So, can neutralization ever cause harm instead of health? So, can you give a scenario, please? Okay, may I have Miss Trinidad, do you have any idea or do you have any idea?
Yes, Miss. If the neutralization reaction is extremic release heat, it can cause burns. For instance, if a strong acid is spilled and a strong base is added too quickly to neutralize it, the reaction can generate heat and splash harmful chemicals.
Yes, so if the from what Miss Trinidad said, if the neutralization reaction is exothermic, which means that it releases heat, it can cause burns, of course. Okay, mo release man siya og heat. So, for instance, if a strong acid is spilled and strong base is added too quickly to neutralize it, the reaction can generate heat and splash harmful chemicals. So, kaning if moting ta in real life scenarios ang maka-benefit yun mostly ani is farmers. So why do farmers need to know if the soil is too basic or it's too acidic? What can they do about it? Oh yes, Miss Vildosola.
So, kuan ma'am, plants grow best in soil with a certain pH. So, if a soil is too acidic or too basic, plants may not absorb the nutrients well. So, the farmers they test the soil pH and add substances like lime to reduce acidity or sulfur to reduce basicity to correct it.
Yeah, so plants grow best in soil with a certain pH. Kay kuan man kung if gamay ra pud kay ang pH or taas ang pH, if the soil is too acidic or basic, the plants would may not absorb nutrients from the soil. So farmer need to test the soil pH or to add substances like fertilizer baron para mo taas-taas ang pH or for the right crop nga ilang itanom or pwede ra pud pagamyan nila ang pH in order nga kana nga crop para mo sustain siya nga mabuhi siya ana. So alright, so now you fully understand the acids, base and salts. Let's have a look into our another activity. Okay, next slide please. Okay, the activity 26 letters, 3 types, acids, base, or salt. So next slide. So here is the mechanics of our activity for today. So I will divide the class into 5 groups. So each group will be assigned 5 letters in alphabet. So the group 1 will have A, B, C, D, and E. Group 2 if F, G, H, and I, J. Group 3 K, L, M, N, O. Group 4 P, Q, R, S, T. Group 5 is Q, U, V, W, X, and Y. Okay, each group will be given 3 minutes to identify a substance beginning with the letters that I have been assigned that I assigned to you and classified it as an acid, base, or a salt. So you can choose your representative to share a brief description explaining its properties or common uses. So next slide. So the last one is each representative will be given 2 minutes maximum time limit to share. So I will give you 3 minutes to identify a substance beginning with the letters they have been assigned. Yes.
And rubber production. Next is letter G.
Okay, you can brainstorm with your group for a moment so that or choose a representative to share. And also there this is the criteria for the sharing in the front or in yeah for your representative.
Water and found in the stomach. So I stands for iron. Sulfate used in water purification and as a dye
Okay, next. Okay,
fixative
may I have
in textile
who is the
industries and
representative of group 1 again?
J.
Okay, Miss Trinidad, can you please share
Refers
um
to
your
citric
group? What have you been discussing,
acid in fruit juices, widely used
Miss
as a
Trinidad?
food preservative and
Um,
cleaner.
A is acetic acid, commonly found in vinegar used in food preservation and as a natural cleaner. Letter B is baking soda, also known as sodium carbonate, used in baking as an antacid in a fire extinguisher. Letter C is calcium hydroxide, known as slake lime, used to treat acidic soil in constructions. D is dolomite, a natural source of calcium and magnesium used to treat acidic soil in agriculture. And the last one is ethonic acid, another name for acetic acid also used in cooking and cleaning. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, for the group 2. Okay, Miss Buna, go on.
So for the letter F is formic acid, found in ant stings and used in tanning leather and rubber production. For letter G is glycine, a salt of amino acid used in nutritional supplements and food additives. For H is hydrochloric acid, a strong acid used in cleaning metals, regulating pool water, and found in the stomach. For I is iron sulfate, used in water purification and as a dye fixative in textile industries. And lastly is J. Juice acid refers to acid, refers to citric acid in fruit juices, widely used as a food preservative and cleaner. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, for the group 3. All right, Gonzalez, take it away.
So for key, potassium hydroxide base, a strong base used in a soap making and an electrolyte in batteries. So L is lactic acid, produced in sour milk and mussels, used in cosmetics and food preservation. M, magnesium hydroxide base, known as a milk of magnesia used as an antacid and laxative. So N, nitric acid, a strong use in fertilizer production and explosive like TNT. And lastly, O, oxalic acid, found in some vegetables used in a cleaning agent, especially for removing rust. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for that. So group 4. Okay, Miss Lima Lima.
So in our group, we have the assigned letters, which is P to T. So for the letter P, we have phosphoric acid, which is categorized as acid, which is found in soft drinks and used in fertilizers and food flavoring. For the Q, we have quaternary ammonium compounds, which are categorized as salt, which can be used as disinfectants and found in many household cleaners. The next one we have for R, which is rock salt. So, of course, it's a salt, another form of sodium chloride used for de-icing roads and seasoning food. For letter S, we have sulfuric acid, which categorizes as acid, a powerful acid used in car, batteries, and large scale chemicals manufacturing. And lastly, for letter T, we have tartaric acid. Of course, it's an acid which is found in grapes, used in baking powder, and as a food additive. That would be all for the group 4.
Okay, for the group 5. Okay, okay, Miss Venezuela.
We have letters U, V, W, X, Y, X, and Y. So for U, we have uric acid, and it is an acid that is naturally occurring in urine and is important in medical diagnostics. Letter V, we have vinegar. It is an acid which contains acetic acid and is used in cooking, pickling, and cleaning. For letter W, we have washing soda, and it is a salt, sodium carbonate, and is used in laundry and water softening. For letter X, we have silenol orange. It is a salt, a chemical indicator used in acid-base titrations. And for letter Y, we have yttrium hydroxide, which is a base. It is a rare earth compound used in advanced ceramics and chemical research mapping.
All right, now that you fully understand our topic, let's assess your knowledge. So I want you to prepare one half lengthwise yellow paper, and I will give you 15 minutes to complete the assessment. So, all right, you can kuha mo og one half lengthwise because we'll have an assessment. Okay, done na ba? Nakakuha na? Okay, so let's start with number 1. So which of the following is an example of a base? A vinegar, lemon juice, baking soda, or salt? Okay, number 2. What is formed when an acid reacts with a base? So unsa man kung unsa kay ma-form kung ang acid kuno mo react sa base? So is it water and gas, salt and water, acid and salt, or base and water? Okay, number 3. Which of the following has a pH below 7? Is it a soap, B, bleach, lemon juice, or water? Next is a substance turns blue litmus paper red. What does this tell you? Is it neutral? Is it a base or an acid? Or it is just a water? So what do you think, no, Sakasha? So now, which indicator turns red in acid and blue in base? So usa katong indicator, no, like it is a equipment or instrument to to test the pH of an acid or a base. Is it a methyl orange, a litmus paper, or a phenolphthalein, or water? Hmm. Okay, done. Okay, next. So for the part 2, let's have true or false. So salts are always neutral substances. Is it true or false? So salts kuno kay neutral substances ba jud kana siya? Okay, next. A base feels slippery and can taste bitter. Bitter ba kaha jud ang base? Or is it sour? Or is it just neutral? Alright, number 3. All salts are edible and safe to eat. Is it true nga ang salts kuno kay edible and safe to eat? Is it true or false? We don't really know. So vinegar and lemon are both acids. It is a very easy true or false. So, next is a base turns blue litmus to red. So ang base kuno kay mag-turn blue litmus to red. Okay, done. So next slide. Okay, for the part 3, let's have an essay to test the deep of your knowledge. All right. So 11 to 15, describe what happens in a neutralization reaction. It describe what happens in a neutralization reaction, o say sa resulta niya if kanang isagol ng kuan ug kuan, right? Okay, so why is it important to know whether a substance is a basic or an acid? Ano nga importante gyud nato makibaw ta nga basic na ang kanang substance or acid. So for each of that will have 5 points each. Okay, you can pass your paper next time we meet or next week. All right. So next slide, please. Okay, for your assignment, so you will test 5 household substances using red and blue litmus papers to determine whether each substance is acidic, base, or neutral. So kay naman mo say acidic and base or neutral. So you will then record your observation and analyze the results and present your conclusions. So now, Oraton, finish na atong kuan. So do you have any questions about our lessons for today?
No, ma'am.
All right, so none
So far,
Okay, so that's all for today's discussion, and don't forget to answer your assignments. So,
Excuse me, ma'am.
bye, guys.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
bye,
ma'am.
Miss.
Bye.
Ma'am,
Thank
asay
you,
Bye,
butang
ma'am.
assignment, ma'am.
Wes.
Yes.
Love you.
Asay butang assignment, ma'am.
Ma'am, asawa pala niyo, ma'am.